With every new year come updates to veteran benefits, and 2025 is no different. Tucked away in those dense federal regulations are cost of living increases and overlooked programs that could be worth thousands of dollars to you and your family. But here's the problem. Most veterans will never hear about these updates. The announcements are confusing, the rules are a maze, and honestly, most folks just don't know where to look. They'll leave money on the table, miss out on healthcare, and lose access to perks they rightfully earned. That's what we're going to fix in this video. We're breaking down the 5 most surprising and under-the-radar benefits you need to know about right now. These aren't just small tweaks. These are significant opportunities that could boost your disability compensation, open up new healthcare options, and provide some major financial relief. For over a decade, our mission has been helping veterans make sense of the VA, so do me a quick favor, hit that like and subscribe button. You won't want to miss what we're about to cover. Alright, let's get into it. Section 1. Expanded presumptive conditions and modernized claims. Alright, let's start with the big one, because it hits your disability claim and your wallet directly. The effects of recent laws like the PACT Act are really hitting their stride in 2025, making the VAS list of presumptive conditions more powerful than ever. So, what does this mean for you? If you have a condition on this presumptive list, the VA automatically assumes it's linked to your service. No more fighting to prove a connection, no more mountains of paperwork. If you served in a specific place and time and have a qualifying diagnosis, the link is presumed. This is a huge deal. The focus remains heavily on toxic exposures. We're talking about dozens of respiratory conditions and cancers tied to burn pits and other environmental hazards. A condition that might have been denied just a few years ago could now be on the presumptive list, making it much easier to get approved. This is why it's so surprising. Many vets file a claim, get denied, and just give up, not realizing the rules are changing in their favor. A denial from 3 years ago isn't the end of the story. The other piece of this is speed. The VAS modernization efforts are finally starting to show. While it's still a bureaucracy, new digital tools are helping process claims, especially presumptive claims, faster than we've seen in years. Those horror stories of waiting 2 or 3 years for a decision are becoming less and less common. The takeaway is simple. If you have a health condition you believe is from your service, or if you were denied for one in the past, now is the year to file or refile. The door is wider than it's ever been. You just have to walk through it. Section 2. The ultimate travel hack. Space available flights now for something completely different, and honestly, one of the most underrated perks of being a veteran. How would you like to fly across the country, or even the world, for next to nothing? I'm talking about space available travel, or SPACER. This program lets eligible veterans and their families hitch a ride on military aircraft to destinations all over the globe, often for just a small tax fee. And who's eligible? This is the part that surprises people. While retirees have known about this for decades, many do unrealize that veterans with a 100% permanent and total service-connected disability rating can also fly CSA. Think about it. A flight from California to Hawaii, a hop from the East Coast to Germany. These are trips that would cost you thousands of dollars commercially, but you're just filling an empty seat on a military transport. For vets with a flexible schedule, it's an absolute game changer. So, how does it work? It's called Space Available for a reason. The mission always comes first. You can't book a flight for a specific wedding date 6 months out. Instead, you sign up at a military passenger terminal, list where you want to go, and wait for an open seat. It's perfect for retirees or anyone with a bit of adventure in them. Why is this on the list? Because you almost never see it advertised outside of military circles. It's a benefit hiding in plain sight that offers incredible value for a 100% disabled veteran who might be on a fixed income. This opens up a world of travel that would otherwise be out of reach. It's a quality of life benefit you absolutely earned. Section 3. Housing grants that go way beyond just buying a home. When vets hear VA housing benefits, the VA home loan is usually the first thing that comes to mind. And while it's a fantastic program, there's another bucket of money most people have never heard of. Housing adaptation grants. I'm talking about the Specially Adapted Housing SAR and Special Home Adaptation SHORE grants. These are designed to help severely disabled veterans buy, build, or modify a home to live more independently. And the numbers for 2025 are huge. The SAR grant offers over $117,000, and the SAR grant provides over $23,000 to make your home more accessible. These amounts are now adjusted for inflation each year, so they keep up with rising construction costs. But here's the kicker, and why it's on this year's list. These grants aren't just for homeowners. A lesser-known part of this program is the Temporary Residence Adaptation TRAG grant. This lets you use grant funds to modify the home of a family member you're living with temporarily. This is a game changer. If you're recovering from an injury and staying with your parents or kids, you can use this money to install a ramp, widen doorways, or create a wheelchair-accessible bathroom in their home. This acknowledges the reality that many veterans rely on family support, especially after a recent, severe injury. Too many families pay out of pocket for these modifications, completely unaware that the VA is ready to fund them. If you have a qualifying service-connected disability, you need to look into these grants. Section 4. The financial perks hiding in your state capital for our fourth benefit. We need to look beyond Washington, D.C. A lot of veterans are so focused on their federal VA benefits that they completely miss the goldmine of perks waiting for them at the state and local level. The single biggest one for many is the property tax exemption. Almost every state offers some kind of property tax relief for disabled veterans. But for those with a 100% disability rating, many states offer a complete and total exemption. Let me say that again. You could pay *0* in property taxes on a $300,000 home that could easily save you $4, $5, or even $6,000 a year every single year. But it doesn't stop there. States also offer a whole menu of other financial perks: free driver's licenses, free hunting and fishing licenses, and major tuition waivers at state universities for you and sometimes your dependents. So why do so many vets miss out on this simple? There's no single office handing out all these perks. They're scattered across different state agencies, and you have to go looking for them. The best place to start is your state's Department of Veterans Affairs website. The combined value of these state benefits can be life-changing, but they only work if you take the initiative to claim them. Section 5. Education benefits that go way beyond you. When you hear education benefits, you probably think of your own GI Bill, right? Well, some of the most powerful and surprising education benefits in 2025 are actually for your family. Many veterans don't realize their service has unlocked incredible educational opportunities for their spouses and children, often at little to no cost. Let's start with the Survivors and Dependents Educational Assistance Program, also known as Chapter 35. If you're a veteran with a permanent and total disability rating, your spouse and kids may be eligible for these benefits. The program provides up to 36 months of funding that can be used for college, vocational training, or apprenticeships, and the monthly payment rates go up each year to help with costs. But that's just the VET. There are powerful private scholarships too. The Folds of Honor Scholarship, for example, provides thousands of dollars to dependents of disabled or fallen service members, and because it's private, it can be stacked with other VA benefits. And finally, let's not forget about vocational rehabilitation and employment, or VR&E. This program isn't just about job training anymore. For veterans whose disabilities are so severe they can't work, VR&E has an independent living track. This can provide resources, devices, and training to help a veteran live more independently at home, even without a goal of getting a job. What is so surprising is how many families miss out simply because the veteran is unaware their dependents are eligible. They fought for their own GI Bill but are leaving tens of thousands of dollars in free tuition and stipends on the table that could secure their children's future. So, let's recap the 5 surprising benefits for 2025. 1. New presumptive conditions are easier to claim than ever, thanks to laws like the PACT Act, and the VA is processing them faster. 2. 100% disabled veterans can use Spacer to fly on military aircraft for nearly free. 3. You can get generous housing grants not just for your own home, but to adapt a family member's home where you're staying temporarily. 4. Your state likely offers thousands in property tax exemptions and other financial perks that you have to go claim. 5. Your service has unlocked powerful education benefits, like Chapter 35 and private scholarships for your spouse and children. The most important resource I can give you is the official * 2025 VA Federal Benefits Guide ***. It's a free handbook that details every single program and eligibility rule. I'm ready to drop the next piece of content. Hit 1K comments to unlock the upload. If you want the PDF format, let me know in the comments. Done. We've put a link to it in the description below. Download it, read it, and use it. And finally, if you want to see how these changes might impact your monthly compensation, head over to our website and use our free, updated VA disability calculator. Thank you for your service. Now, go get the benefits you've earned.